In this video, we will discuss about the Faraday's experiments. In the Faraday's experiments, we observe the different observations and we draw the conclusion. Now, discuss one by one. Let us discuss the first experiment, in which we have a large number of coils, and these coils are attached with the galvanometer. It's attached to show the presence of current in these coils. Here it is a magnet which is placed along this direction. In first case, if the position of this magnet is stationary or at rest, there is no deflection in the galvanometer, means no current in the coil. In second case, if the north pole of this magnet is pushed towards the coils, then galvanometer shows a momentary deflection in this direction, and if you push away from these coils, then the galvanometer will show the deflection in the opposite direction. And the last one observation we got is, if we increase the speed of push and pull, the magnitude of the deflection is also enhanced. What we conclude from this one? So we conclude that when you move this magnet, it causes a current in these coils. So the motion of the magnet causes a current. The magnitude of the current depends upon the speed with which this magnet is pushed towards the coil or away from the coil. In second experiment, here the first one is, here we have a large number of coils and these coils are attached with the galvanometer. So this is, I take coil 1. Instead of magnet, now I used another one coil, and which is attached with some battery and a key. Now if the position of this second coil is stationary, then the galvanometer does not show any deflection. Further, if you push these coils away from this first coil, then I observed that this galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. And let the deflection is along this direction. Similarly, if you push these coils, that is coils 2, towards the coil 1, then again this galvanometer shows you deflection, but in opposite direction. Further, if you keep coils stationary, then the galvanometer does not show any deflection. Now, it is further observed that the speed with which I push or pull this coil 2, then the magnitude of deflection is more, means more amount of current is produced in this first coil. Further, it is observed that if you orient this second coil in other direction and do the same experiment, I observed that the deflection produced in the galvanometer is diminished or goes on decreasing. And if the one coil is along this direction and other coil is in perpendicular direction along this direction, if you push or do the same experiment, then there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So what we conclude from here is, it is not a magnet, it is the magnetic field that must have caused the deflection, because instead of magnet we have used the coils, and this is just like a solenoid, and solenoid produces a magnetic field and magnetic field lines. So these magnetic field lines must have produced the deflection. Further, that while pushing it away or towards the coil 1, then only this galvanometer shows you deflection. If this or this coil 2 is held stationary, then there is no deflection in the galvanometer. So, the relative motion of this magnetic field, the motion of this magnetic field must have caused the deflection in the galvanometer. Further, rate by which you push away this coil or toward this coil, then that tells us that what is the magnitude of current produced in this coil. In third experiment, we have another one. This is your coil 1 having a large number of coils attached with the galvanometer. And this is our second coil. Again, a large number of coils attached to the battery and key. Now, this key is kept open, then this galvanometer does not show any deflection. As soon as I close this key, this galvanometer shows a momentary deflection. Let it shows a deflection along this direction. If this key is kept closed, then the deflection which was produced in the galvanometer comes to 0, or you can say there is no deflection. Further, if you remove, as soon as you remove the key from this one, if you remove the key from here, again this galvanometer shows a momentary deflection, but in opposite direction for a small time. The previous one conclusions, we understood that the motion of the magnetic field must have caused the deflection in the galvanometer. But here in this experiment, we are not moving this coil second. Even then there is a deflection in the galvanometer. Here only we have done just close the key and open the key. So this closing and opening produces a deflection in the galvanometer. As this key was not closed, it is open, then the magnetic field produced by this coil is equal to 0. But as you close this key, then the magnetic field start developing in these coils because of the current start flowing. So as we close this key, the current start flowing in these coils, and this causes a production of magnetic field in these coils. So here the magnetic field is changed from 0 to some value. So then only we got a deflection. Further, if you kept this key closed, then only there is no deflection, because in that case there is no change in the magnetic field. Magnetic field value remains same. Further, as you open this key, you are changing the magnetic field from some value to 0, because as you open this key, there will be no current in these coils and no magnetic field. So your magnetic field is changed from some value to 0, and this change causes a deflection in this galvanometer. The change in the magnetic field causes a deflection. It is further noted that if you increase the number of turns, then again the magnitude of the deflection is more. Or if you orient this in some other direction, again the magnitude of the deflection is decreased. Or it becomes a zero when both the coils are making an angle of 90 degree. If you increase the number of turns, means you are increasing the surface area, and if the position of this coil is along this direction, then the magnetic field linked with this one is along this direction. And if any coil is perpendicular to it along this direction, so here the magnetic field is perpendicular to this surface area, so there is no deflection. We know that when the magnetic field is perpendicular to the surface area, then the flux is equal to 0. So it means that this change in the flux must have produced a deflection in the galvanometer. So finally what we got from this, all the observation from the Faraday's experiment, it is a change in the magnetic flux with time linked with the coil has caused a deflection in the galvanometer or presence of current. Thanking you.